How do you become a Dubai property billionaire? That's the subject we're talking about on today's edition of Inside AB. I'm Jeremy Lawrence, joined by Eddie Taylor. Now, Eddie, our cover story this week is with a rather interesting chap, Robert Booth. Do you want to tell us about him?
Yeah, he began his career as a property developer back in his native Canada, did some major projects in Vancouver and then Toronto, and that's where he met a certain Mr. Mohammed Alabar, who invited him to come over and join the Emaar Group back in 2001. And for 13 years, he was, steering these massive developments as Emaar really kind of like dominated the development space in Dubai, and was the guy that was entrusted to really deliver the downtown Dubai project, to turn that sort of empty land into the fantastic mixed-use retail, leisure, lifestyle business hub that we've got today, including the Burj Khalifa.
Okay, but of course he left and started his own boutique property company, Ellington Group.
Right at the very end of 2014, beginning of 2015, he left Emaar. On good terms, he's still a consultant, we understand, but he founded his own property group called the Ellington Group. And it was just a completely different shift for him, really. It was moving more into much more boutique, very small, high quality, small developments that would sort of really emphasize kind of details and sort of much more of a personal touch.
Okay. Now, let's just run through the numbers quickly of what he's been doing in this last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers are really kind of impressive. He's already brought 7 projects to market. 1,500 units have already been sold. There's another 14 developments coming to the market this year, with another 2,400 units. And the interesting thing is, I mean, these are really high quality projects, but the average price is only about 1.2 million dirhams, which is kind of what you'd be paying for a 1-bedroom apartment in the marina, in the green, some of the more kind of desirable markets. So he's managed to kind of position himself as kind of affordable luxury, if you like.
And if we just run through these revenues here, doubling of revenues over 2017 is expected to reach 1.5 billion in dirhams in 2018.
Yeah.
And of course, by the end of 2018, revenues may cross 1 billion since Ellington's inception, which was at the end of 2014.
So yeah, you're essentially talking about 3 years' work leading to $1 billion. So that is answering the question: how to become a property billionaire in Dubai. Yeah.
So let's talk about why this is a big deal. There's two factors. The first one is the numbers, how quickly they're selling.
Yeah. And also who they're selling to, which I think is really important. There's waiting lists, the order books are full. And the most important thing is he's actually selling, in many cases, particularly in the Belgravia development, he's selling to end users. This isn't institutional money that's moving in and buying 150 units to instantly put on the rental market. 60% of his buyers are identifying his properties as places they want to call home. And I think that really does speak to the kind of quality he's bringing to the market. Other stats I quite enjoyed, that 50% of people that walk through the office doors end up buying something. Yeah. But also 30% of his people have already bought from him before. For a company that's only 3 years old, that's pretty extraordinary.
That most people haven't heard of. And this is the interesting factor. How he's able to deliver on that quality, of course. He says you can take a billboard in Sheikh Zayed Road and spend 30 million dirhams for it. My view is that I'd rather take that money and put it into our product. It's proven to be very successful. So this is the thing, isn't it? You haven't heard of him. I haven't heard of him because he doesn't do PR.
You know, there aren't billboards on Sheikh Zayed Road. There aren't sort of big web campaigns. You know, you're not getting kind of emails in your thing from those kind of campaigns. This is all done through word of mouth. It's all done because Dubai is actually still quite a small place, but he's obviously built up a reputation now. But this is all about, he's launched a project, people like it, and their friends and their friends' friends, they all come through the door because they want that same experience and that same lifestyle as well.
But it's quite incredible in this city because so much is driven by perception, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's done fantastically well.
Okay. So, market predictions. He predicted a flat line in 2018, didn't he?
Yeah, you could actually say that launching his company in back end of 2014, 2015 was probably the worst time to do it. Prices were sort of just beginning that kind of softening that we've seen in the market now. But he thinks it is going to be flatline in 2015. He's not expecting any kind of big uptick this year. But what he says, and I think this is kind of the mantra on which he's built his business on, quality sells, no matter what stage in the economic cycle you are, no matter where you build it, if you build something of genuine quality, it will find a customer base.
Okay, and just finally, I thought this was an interesting reveal about the market opportunities. annual requirement in Dubai for 25,000 new residential units every year. That's actually quite surprising, isn't it? People might think there's an oversupply here of property.
I actually thought there was, to be honest with you. We're seeing all of these keys that were handed over last year on these new developments that are coming to market, both in villas and apartments, but we're still less than half of what we need in the market. So there is more room, and that's why Ellington Group has proved such a success.
Okay. Right, well, that is how you build a $1 billion property empire in the course of 3 years, yeah?
Pretty good.
Yeah, so this has been Inside AB. Please do comment below and join the conversation. Any thoughts you've got on what we've been discussing today, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, we're on air at 10 a.m. every weekday morning. So see you next time.